Hello there, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 and campaign mission number 3. So, without further ado, let's get started.
In the north of Britain, in the midst of the Victorian era, the industrial city of Glasgow is bursting at the seams. The factories are working full blast, but the competition is not sleeping. In terms of economic issues, the countries in continental Europe have long since caught up. Something must be done to stop the cradle of the Industrial Revolution from falling behind. Anyone who doesn't toe the line now will fall by the wayside. Scotland. The land of enlightenment. The land of progress. The land of science. The land of industry. The Glasgow City Council wants to modernise the transport infrastructure so that the city remains the vibrant industrial metropolis that it is today in the future as well. With your transport company, you're as good as predestined for this sort of contract. The shipyards on the Firth of Clyde have been famous for their sturdy boats for quite some time. New processes for the mass production of high-quality steel are now opening up previously undreamt of possibilities. A member of the City Council recently proposed to you during a pheasant hunt whether you'd like to supply his friends in the shipbuilding industry with this essential material. Coal and iron are available in abundance in the areas around Glasgow. Off to the blast furnace with them.
Right, so it looks like these missions might be getting a little bit longer, so I'll try and do this one in one part. If not, I might have to maybe edit some bits down, but we'll see how we go. First of all, let us make a road to connect the coal, is it iron? So we'll connect all these roads up, factories up. They're going to need to come to the town, so if we just add the road bit around here somewhere. So let's add in the truck stations and then a drop-off point. Let's build a garage and start getting some vehicles out. We get loads. We do 5 on each line. And off they go, out in the wild. So we're just going to wait till they start picking the products up and then bringing them back to the factory. While we're waiting, I just have a bit of a clean up, get all these rough edges smoothed out.
The shipyards crave steel for colossal tubs. The bigger the better. But it doesn't get there all by itself.
One more still, and then we can build our shipyard.
Your deliveries of high-quality steel make it possible to build particularly seaworthy ships. Time to make use of these robust steamers. Sustenance for the city's working masses is found out on the islands. Delectable fish swim in the sea. And the distilleries on the Hebrides produce an absolutely exquisite whiskey. It's called the Water of Life. Get out there and explore the area. Every ship needs a harbour, and your venture needs a particularly good one.
So let's get the harbour built.
Help to build a shipyard so that it won't be long before you can call a beautiful ship your own. Buy a stately boat that will sail you safely through the wild waters of the Western Isles on your daring expedition. Explore the Western Isles to obtain whiskey for the city. Industry is buzzing. Thanks to your services, its need for steel is always covered. In contrast, a lack of personnel looms on the horizon. Nowadays, the city's working class is outrageously spoiled. The workforce is rebelling more and more against the prevailing working conditions. On the other hand, in the Highlands, countless hungry people wait gratefully for employment. All that needs to be done is to get them to the city. Build a railroad in the wild west of the Highlands so that this remote stretch of land finally experiences the blessings of modern civilization.
Right, so I need to connect the two towns with a station. Let's add a station to the other end and connect it together.
Supply the city of Glasgow with workers none the worse for wear who haven't fallen victim to the union's pipe dreams yet. These days, big landowners' fleecy balls of wool now graze where families of farmers once cultivated their patches. Lady MacDougall asks for help. She wants to know if all her little sheep are still together. Help with accounting and look to see if all the sheep are still there. All the people in charge have dozed off from all the counting.
So to wake everyone up, all we just got to do is continue building, and that should complete that mission.
What's going on here? Oh yeah. Inventory's over and done with. The sheep are all there. Madam, sir.
let's buy a train now and set up a route. Just going to build a truck stop here because we will need to deliver the alcohol at some point. While we wait for the people to get delivered, just give it a bit of a tidy up around the track, level it out. To save a bit of time, I'll cut to the last person getting delivered. Not got long, we've only got a few more people now to get to the next station, so just to save a bit of time I'm going to add another harbour here and connect it up. Looks like the train's on its way now, so hopefully this mission should be completed.
The new workers from the Highlands are remarkably productive as they slave away. To keep them in a good mood and make sure they don't fall for any kinds of rebellious activities, precautionary sedation is called for. Whiskey from the Western Isles is excellently suited to this purpose. Supply the city with cheap booze that pacifies the dissatisfied so that subversive activities don't get started. Plunge into the wonderful world of spirits. Thanks to your supply, no one will be left high and dry.
We can now set up a route to deliver the whiskey. We did put the truck stop near the harbour, so we just got to put in a delivery point.
Without fail, some of the whiskey oddly disappears in transit. Is it likely that it evaporates out on the open seas? Is it the legendary Angel Share that imperceptibly vanishes there? If it is, then the Angels must be awfully thirsty. A ship sails through the locks of the Inner Hebrides, rolling from side to side in peculiar curves. Word has it that cheerful singing coming from the steamer was heard on shore. Captain Klein says the ferrymen are very poorly paid, so they might have occasionally treated themselves to a sip from the cargo. That just won't do, of course. If at all, then they ought to get drunk like self-respecting people do it, inside a good pub where it's nice and cozy.
So all we need to do now is just get a depot, we'll get some vehicles, and then we can set up a line. And while we wait for the boat, I'm going to set up a bus stop, just so people that come over from the station, they can get a bus into town. Looks like I've placed the wrong building, so I'm going to have to replace that, and then we can reset up the line. think it must be this first one here, the passenger platform.
Sláinte, as they say around here. Lately, people have been quenching their thirst and staying dry at the same time.
So the next mission's fish and chips. So we just need to set up this one.
Your services are going to stuff the city's jaws and provide fishing operations on the Atlantic with record sales.
So on this mission I think we have to set up a train line to deliver the fish. We will set that up, but we will get them ferried by boat as well, just to get the mission done quicker. Just going to build this double line. It just saves them using one track for now for most of the traffic.
The fish out in the Atlantic leap happily into the nets, all on their own. Thanks to the railroad, the merchandise is even still fresh when it arrives in town.
Add a cargo platform so we can get stuff delivered here.
The stones don't reveal their secret to just anyone. Prove that you are worthy of their wonders. How is this achieved? Well, that's written in the stars.
I'm going to connect this line here and stick a new depot in. So for this puzzle here, we just need to make a star, so it looks sort of like, you know, them one-lined satanic devil star things, but all we need to do is just make a new line. If you just copy me, then it should be alright to solve it. So it'll be something like 1, 3, 5, 2 and 4. So we just make a new line and then we will add the vehicle to the new line, and then that should solve that mission. Just let that horse and cart go around and do his thing, and then we can get back to delivering the fish mission.
The secret of the stones has been revealed.
Too fiddly for a crossover there, so I'm just going to put a whole new depot in and then just add the train that way. Gonna add a boat to the route as well, but I think the train's gonna probably get there before the boat comes back anyway, but I'm just gonna add it. You don't really need to do that, you can just use the train. So it looks like the boat might be delivering the last little lot of fish we need. So that should be the mission completed. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. And if this video gets a few more likes than the last one, then I will make another video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks to your efforts, the industrial metropolis of Glasgow is really bursting into bloom. The factories are supplied with inexpensive labour, and the workforce with hard liquor and fish. The City Council is grateful and has even proposed to Her Majesty Queen Victoria that you should be knighted. What an honour!